This is your brain. And this is your brain in the Catican. Way cooler. Any questions?
Hell yeah.
Leave Mark Pope alone! He's only 5 games in! He's doing his best! Please.
Sir, you can't have a whole mascot in the
This is
cabin.
my emotional support Wildcat. Certified. Look at the tag.
Regulations don't allow. Oh, sir!
Respect the cat.
Ow, stop pulling
He
me!
doesn't like being doubted.
Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving.
And subscribe.
Seriously?
Like and subscribe.
We get
Like
it.
and subscribe.
Stop.
Like and subscribe. Validation.
Oh.
It's the Catican, baby!
It's the Catican. Kentucky bounces back in a big way. 88-46 win over Loyola. Fellas, how we feeling?
Better. I mean, I think for me and a lot of fans, it's going to take a win over a better opponent to really feel better. But we looked better. Saw some improvement both with players on the court and with some of the coaching decisions. I guess that's what we're supposed to take away from these.
Yeah, I feel good. I liked that starting lineup. And I mean, they got a little too creative, I think, at the end with BG and Malachi on the court at the same time. But Cam Williams continues to emerge as a real asset to the team. Colin is, I guess, an elite 3-point shooter at this point. And yeah, I think our good players played well. And I think we're kind of just figuring it out where we should maybe take minutes away and maybe bless some others with minutes.
You want to name names?
I don't.
Okay.
Ben, I don't know what it is. When we hit record, the audio thing starts happening for you. I tried to hit it in the private chat. Sorry. I think you don't want to name names being the chief BG leaver, but it's a rough time because a lot of people, even though Kentucky played well, a lot of people just say, look, well, Loyola stinks. And Loyola might stink, but the fact that we didn't get like a super dominant BG performance and we still had some BG moments is kind of tough. But I don't want to harp on being negative. We almost won by 4. We won by 42. I'm not very good at math. Cam Williams starting at the 4 is awesome. Pope immediately adjusting for the last one and starting Malachi at the 5. I mean, I think if you had asked anybody who they would want to see the starting lineup be, it would be to swap Malachi at starting and to give Cam a run at the 4 rather than Trent. So I like that we're adjusting. I mean, it shows that he's listening.
Yeah,
It'll be it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think there may be some systemic issues, some scheming issues with Mo, because it does feel like the offense runs a lot smoother. Did like with Cam at the 4, and I don't think it's because Mo is bad at being a 4. I just think that they should maybe try and like play to his strengths a little bit more, or the rest of the surrounding folks' strengths. I think Owe and Mo on the floor at the same time it's kind of one of the biggest problems that we had in our big 2 losses.
Yeah, I mean, especially with this type of offense, you're going to get a lot of open looks from the 4 position. And I mean, we saw how many looks that Carr got last year, and we were getting upset that Carr wasn't shooting enough, that he was passing him up. Now they're leaving Mo open there, and he's shooting them. It's not making them, but he's shooting them. But when it's Cam there, you can't leave Cam open. Like you certainly can't game plan for that. Like whether he's making it or missing it, like he's a good enough shooter that you have to have somebody out there on him. So Mo at the 5? Certainly, you might have to think about Mo at the backup 4 now.
Well, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. My two big questions going forward: Did we collectively, coaching staff, learn enough about Moreno at the 5 that we're going to roll with that? I was kind of shocked to see that BG ended up with 11 rebounds and not as many turnovers as it felt like he had. I think sometimes we talk about people that contribute in ways that don't show up on the stat sheet. BG is kind of the opposite. He takes away, I think, from the team sometimes in ways that don't show up on the stat sheet. But even still, I think Moreno was the clear upgrade there. And my other question is, what do we do? It's easy to play Cam at the 4 when you can say it's because of injury, no hurt feelings, easy decision. What happens when Mo's healthy again?
Did Mo start at Alabama last year?
I think he did some. Let me see.
Because that'd be something. I guess that shouldn't have too much bearing on what we do. I just think it would be interesting if he started on an Alabama team that was that good, and he wouldn't start here. But
I don't know. Didn't start any games.
Oh, okay.
Would be kind of cool to see him play the 5 if you have Yelovich out there.
Yeah, because then you would have Yelovich providing the spacing there. Also, this is all going to get thrown off again the second Quaintance enters the lineup.
Yeah,
right.
And at that point, does BG even play anymore?
He was, and I know plus minus whatever, right? But when you have Cam going for 26 minutes plus 40, and then you have BG 20 minutes plus 15, it's like that's where you can kind of like see a little bit of a reflection of the hidden bad. But I mean, 8 defensive rebounds is pretty good.
Right.
All Angel Reese rebounds, you know.
Me bounds.
But
I'm liking Jasper at the 1. I thought he was looking pretty good tonight.
He had a couple sequences I didn't like, but definitely looked more comfortable. Had that nice defensive player swipe for the ball. He went behind the back with it.
mm-hmm.
Other than the one sequence where he missed a 3, then missed a floater instead of passing it out, and he had another bad floater late, but thought he was fine. 3 of 9 isn't. I would have guessed he was more efficient than 3 of 9.
Yeah. I guess just as in terms of just comfortability, where in the Nichols game, he looked a little bit pissed off that he was playing point guard.
Mm-hmm.
But here, it was flowing better.
It does feel like that's an adjustment that they made with Jasper when he plays the point guard, that they don't do the whole, like, you have to get the offense set within 4 seconds. They kind of let him flow a little bit more. Aberdeen, they're still making him do the fast thing. And I think that the offense looks better whenever they let him take his time a little bit when they're not pressing. I don't know. It's like neither one of these guys are low or Butler, right? We had the same issues last year when we didn't have a person who could like just sprint it down and make that first decision like that. I don't know.
Kerr did that, actually. Kerr did that really well.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Pope press conference yesterday?
No.
I was going to wait until I started hearing more positive things about the press conferences before I started tuning back into the.
Oh, that's not true. I did watch it. I had it on because it was the BG second most efficient offensive player from a points per possession and assists perspective.
As a BG leaver, that was even for me, that was tough to hear because I wish, I don't know, Pope's going to be Pope, I guess.
Well, I mean, my take on it is the question he was asked was, BG really is struggling. What is he not doing that you're telling him to do? I mean, like here's a bus. Would you like to throw your player under it? And so it was probably the easiest, most throwaway garbage statistic that not everyone can look up. That is like, here's a positive thing. And then he said, I mean, it's not like he was using that statistic to justify him playing. He said, but he struggled majorly against MSU. I mean, he then kind of tore into him a little bit. But what people heard is BG's our second most efficient offensive player, and
And what's funny is
lights and sirens.
Immediately undercutting that by benching him the next game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They try to use BG like they used Amari last year. He's not Amari. They don't try to do that with Malachi, and Malachi cooks. Yeah. Maybe BG's more traditional big, right? That's
Yeah,
it.
but even then, I think Malachi still does that better.
Yeah.
At least right now. It's tough. I like Malachi as a rim protector more too.
Yeah.
And it's weird because BG, it's not like he has the build. Like he looks like somebody who would be a great rim protector.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. The trying to block the ball that he doesn't do so well with.
Yeah.
His hands, yeah. I think what it is he has like a coordination issue. And I think it's probably from sabotage. But I don't know.
How would they sabotage? How would they sabotage his coordination?
They would pump carbon monoxide into his room while he sleeps.
This seems likely.
I'm glad I followed up on that because I knew you'd have something good.
Need some Alex Jones tinfoil hat segment.
Something in the water.
Conspiracies with Caleb.
Ooh, we got a spinoff show. That'd be good. That'd be a good long form video, actually. If we just made up college basketball conspiracies. I had a one long form video I wanted to do where it was the deep state of NCAA seeding.
That'd be good.
I want to see Yelovich get some more run. I don't understand why this game wasn't one that he got a lot.
Right. I do think it felt like he was starting to put things together a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple. And he was 4 for 7. Hit his only 3. 4 boards.
How many assists did he have?
No assists. He had a block. Lowest plus minus by a lot, but it may have just been the particular 11-minute stretch he was in.
Well, he was also playing with BG.
It's true.
Hey, you know what? We're almost 15 minutes in. Good Otega Owe game.
Yeah. See, that's this is the perfect. This is what he does. This is like what he needs to be, though, right? The silently. If he's not trying to be the all-star, right? He's good.
I also think that's why Cam helps a lot with that.
Yeah.
When you have Cam stretch on the floor and they have to have somebody out on there, that opens up the floor for Otega to take his guy off the dribble.
I'll take
it.
I think this is helpful too. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 players that had as many field goal attempts or more than Owe. He had 9. Cam and Jasper each had 9. Malachi had 10. Chandler had 12. It's nice because it means he's not every possession is an Owe drive into the paint that's totally clogged and fail to dish and just throw the ball up.
It almost looks like, because we had said last episode that we're gonna play these two teams upcoming before our next before North Carolina, which this is the time where we would experiment with the lineups and try different things. It looks like that's exactly what's happening. So that's actually super encouraging. So we'll figure out some new stuff going into the North Carolina game.
I do feel like that lineup was the lineup. Like that starting lineup needs the most play against North Carolina if we're gonna, because they're gonna run their offense through Caleb Wilson, and Caleb Wilson needs Cam Williams on him.
I don't hate Mo guarding Caleb Wilson. I don't hate that, but
I don't like Caleb Wilson guarding Mo though.
Although maybe that prevents Mo from taking any shot.
Yeah.
Which also prevents him from taking bad shots.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still, there was some frustration today when, everyone was thrilled to see Malachi get the start and Cam, and things started out super well. I don't know what the stretch was, but I don't know that we'd missed a shot. 16 minutes left in the first half. And then we subbed, and people are like, what the hell? Why is BG coming in? Like, Moreno's cooking. And I'd love to be in Pope's head, because I want to know, like, is this kind of like what we said last year, where it's not that they need a breather necessarily, but it is that you want to keep them as fresh as possible. Like, you don't want them to get tired and have to recover. You want to be subbing them effectively so you always have the freshest guys on the court. Or was this a play around with the lineups game? I don't know. It seems to me if you want to play around with the lineups and you find one that works, you see how long it can work.
Yeah.
When Moreno and Cam are cooking at 4 and 5, let them go.
I think that strategy works well when you have like 70 whatever possessions, because you have these guys and they're running, and you don't need to put it into you don't need to take the time to analyze who's tired when that many times during the game. But whenever we're playing normal basketball, because we don't have a point guard that's going to push it like as fast as Lowe or Butler do, and we only have 69 possessions in a game, do you really need to make swaps every 4 minutes when you're not running up and down the court the whole time?
Yeah, I like that point. Like, not every minute is created equal necessarily. It's
true.
What's the quality of the minute? I like that point. You should write an email. You should send that over to him.
You should.
Not many other takeaways from this game.
Not well.
Yeah, for sure. We'll shoot well, and then they'll just be like Colin, who I'm super high on. So every time Colin shoots the three, I'm just like, this one's going in, baby. And then he just like airballs it in the second half. I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Other than if you take garbage time out, we're over 40% from three today, and that is a good going like 10 for 25 or 10 for 24. Like I'm gonna take. That's a solid showing.
If we didn't score the entire second half, we still would have won by 4.
That's true.
Yeah, we did get pretty experimental with the lineups. The BG Malachi lineup, we may never need to even think about that again.
It's a John Calipari ass lineup right there.
The thing that was so funny is they're both so used to not doing that when it came time to inbound the ball, they both went to do it. They both stepped out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. They should have named each other.
They should have. I also have felt like, and I could be wrong, that several times this season, BG has been shockingly close to stepping on the court before he passes the ball, like on a out of bounds play.
That would happen.
Yeah, right, and that's a turnover, and it's you don't see it often, but I feel like so often he just starts his step before he even looks up to see who's there to receive it, and if he has to think at all, which sometimes takes a second for him, it's likely that the foot comes down before the ball comes out.
That's
Well,
gonna
watch
happen
it.
this
I mean,
season. It's gonna
Is
happen.
maybe he's majoring in something hard, and it's just taking up all of his brain power.
Here's how this show has broken my brain is because you say that, and in my head, you remember like in like the tens when like memes were in like their very embryonic state, and they used to have those where it would have like a girl holding like a latte, and it would say like that first brisk autumn morning, and then in cursive underneath it, it would say like just girly things.
Right.
That one, I'm just thinking like just BG things, and it's just him stepping out while inbounding the ball.
Like in the final minute of like a must-win possession, I could.
like Isaac
SEC
Humphries slamming the
quarterfinals.
ball down, bad timing. Yeah. One thing I think is interesting is that back onto Cam for a second. Everyone agrees Cam played super well. Great game, looked good, different side than we've seen from him. And I would have thought that he was lights out. He was 1 for 4 from 3. Like he can contribute in so many ways that aren't just 3-point shooting when he plays this way, when he's aggressive offensively and defensively, when he's rebounding and assisting. And I don't know if it was playing at the 4 that opened that up for him or if it was just Pope lighting a fire and after these past couple games or what, but this Cam Williams is great.
He was
9 rebounds, 4 assists is like, yeah. I mean, his hair.
And 3 steals.
gonna say.
Oh, yeah. Fro Cam, great.
He's super assertive, super confident, look good, feel good, play good. He should keep the hair.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm not ever mad about him taking a 3. It looks good. I mean, and his misses, he had one like ring around the rosy a little bit. So that could have been, it's
a quality miss.
Yeah, quality miss. So, but he takes it to the rim really well. It's something that Yelovich does as well. They both do that. I also saw Braden Hawthorne, who's the bench MVP because he's so happy, contagiously happy. When Jasper, he did a layup where he didn't scoop it from like way too low and get blocked. He finished up high and tapped it off the glass and put it in like big boy basketball. Braden Hawthorne did he was like, he did, that the coaches are saying this. And he was just excited that Jasper did the thing that is, I bet he gets told so often. And I don't know. We have some guys that don't hit easy shots. Otega is one of them, or has been one of them this season. Today he looked pretty good. But Cam and Yelovich are so natural with it. I want to see it more.
I agree.
The one play where Yelovich was there about middle of the paint, trying to pass it out, then realized there was nobody behind him, and he just turned around and laid it in through contact. Awesome.
Yeah.
That is my Adriatic League professional basketball player.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
Do we talk about our awkward moment in the group chat during the game?
Which one?
I thought Reese Potter was coming in.
Oh, yeah.
I forget Yelovich is on the team. So anytime Yelovich stands up from the bench to check himself in, I go, oh, is Reese Potter coming in the game?
He's also tall. Like, he's way bigger than you expect him to be. He could be a 5.
So
that's what I'm saying. I hope that Mo is healthy for this next game, because it's tough when Malachi's playing well. Like, I don't want Malachi to feel like he's been benched in the way BG has been benched, which I think absolutely should be viewed as a punitive thing. But I kind of want to see how Mo and Yelovich coexist together.
That'd be cool. Friend of the show, Troll Spivey, is Jelly our Grant Nelson Ben?
That's what I think that Mo and Grant played well together, because Mo is, to the extent you have him playing the 5, he isn't Draymond Green, but he is more that build, right? He's not tall enough to be a traditional center, but Yelovich is. And Yelovich is maybe too thin to be a traditional center, but Mo isn't. So to the extent you can leverage their skill sets and their sizes to be beneficial on offense and defense, I think it could work. I don't know that either are necessarily playing well enough for that to be our go-to. But if we're going to try a Mo and BG lineup, there's no reason, or a Moreno and BG lineup, there's no reason not to try that.
So true. Minty Hunter, do you think when Mo comes back he'll start again? Kind of hope not. I'd like for Mo to sit out one more. Let me see another game of Cam starting at the 4.
I just feel like that amount of shooting that we had is what made Ortega look like Ortega today. And yeah, I don't think you can take it away. I don't think you can. I mean, I can absolutely see them doing that, but they shouldn't. I don't think it's the correct decision.
Nope. I agree.
And I think Mo coming in for Ortega is where he would have his most, like, Mo at the 3 with Cam at the 4. That would be more offensively. It would make more sense with the system that we run, because Mo can drive the ball, and also he has a jacked up looking jumper just like Ortega.
It's for that reason I would think you would never want Ortega and Mo to be on the court at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be one position that we call Motega.
Yeah. And it's a 3. I mean, yeah, it's just this. I don't know.
I think it's. I view it kind of like I viewed Ansley and Carr last year at the 4, because I don't think anyone would dispute that Carr was the better starter. But when you played Ansley and BG together, you had a big defensive problem. And when you played Ansley and Amari together, you didn't. So if you start Ansley with Amari, and then you have Carr as some insurance against some defensive issues, I kind of think that, just from a lineup perspective, not a who deserves to start perspective, you need to look at it from a lineup perspective. Which players make sense together?
Yeah, I agree.
If Cam starts playing the 4, do you think Yelovich will play much anymore? I don't think it's Yelovich that falls out of the rotation there. I think it's Trent Noah.
Yeah.
Because what is Trent Noah offering you? Hey, shout out Kentucky Richie. Way ahead of the curve on this one. But what is Trent Noah offering you that Cam isn't, with more upside and probably better defense and quickness and a better build, and I can go on and on. Athleticism, just
I don't know. This wasn't the night to do that comparison, but people have forgotten that Trent is good at things that aren't shooting too. He's got a nose for rebounds. He steals pretty well. No one's ever bitched about Noah's effort ever, nor will they. He does bring stuff to the table. I don't know what lineup he makes the most sense in, and maybe you're right that he's the odd man out in this situation. It's tough because in my head he is more guardy than forwardy.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he's enough of an athlete to be a guard. in the way we need him to be, and I don't know that he's tough enough to be a forward in the way that we need him to be, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel like you can only play him whenever he got cooked on defense today by a Loyola guard.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, are we in agreement that we would rather, like, if we had to pick one to have fall out of the lineup, we would rather have Noah fall out than Yelovich, or
Probably. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends.
Like they were saying all summer.
yeah, just I don't know, especially defensively. Like he can. I agree with the rebound take, but primarily, like, I mean, he kind of is like a shooter, but if he's giving up as much points or more than what he's getting, then it feels like diminishing returns. I mean, I like Trent Noah. I think he'll be great here eventually. Just maybe not this season. Maybe not with this roster.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the benefit of having 12 or 14 or 16 guys that, you know, benefit and burden. The problem is you've got guys that are just not going to get that many minutes. Even if you're splitting down the middle, that's only 10. 10 players.
I was listening to just like other Kentucky stuff and reading stuff today. Apparently, like, it is like a thing where, because I remember us talking about it last year, where each player will really only get like 20 something minutes to play. Like nobody's getting 30 minutes to play. So is there really that much more of an effect, or the minutes going to be distributed that much evenly? Not even saying that I like that. I wish we would, if ride the hot hand a bit more.
Well, so tonight we were a little less even. We had Aberdeen with 28 minutes, Jasper with 27, Cam with 26, Owe 24, Moreno 23, and that came at the expense of Yelovich with 11 and Trent with 16. But again, that's benefited by you not having to find minutes for Lowe and you not having to find minutes for Diabate. I mean, when you've got two guys out, it's easier to split the rest of the minutes more evenly, especially when it's two starters, like and no JQ. I mean, that's the reality here. You just are unable to keep a rotation this big.
Yeah.
And
I think that's good for fans. I think fans get really frustrated with the rotation.
Yeah. And I don't think we're going to be able to put up possessions like this team was in Mark Pope's head. I think he prepared a roster that he could throw at the other team and get more possessions out of a game than you would think possible. But where we are is we only have enough elite talent to play more normally. And we don't have enough shooting, I don't think, to keep our, to make up for the deficiencies in athleticism that you see when you start putting lineups in that shouldn't be played in any real game.
And I think we were sort of getting there last episode when we were talking about which players would you pull from last year's team that could be like a last puzzle piece on this team. It's such a big advantage to have guys that can rebound like this, like Cam, like Diabate, like Aberdeen even. But you're missing a Brea, you're missing a Robinson, you're missing a Carr, you're missing just some contributors on that team that I'd love to see in retrospect if he could pick and choose 12 guys from a pool of this year's roster and last year's roster who he'd take.
I knew who Caleb would take. His starting lineup would be 5 Ansley Almanors kissing each other.
Absolutely.
Kissing.
I mean, the only t-shirt, the only Kentucky player T-shirt that I have is an Ainsley Allen T-shirt. So
Today, my 3-year-old for Christmas asked for a Colin Chandler jersey. So proud dad moment.
what about Colin was trying to? What was he trying to do with that dunk?
I don't know. I need to go back and watch it again. It obviously didn't work out super well. I don't know if it was just bad jump or lost the ball or what, but I'm sure it would have been nasty, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of all I have on the game. You guys have any thoughts on the Vandy game tomorrow?
I think we win it.
That's what scares me. I'm starting to believe again.
I think we're gonna get 8 wins this year.
And doesn't that make everything else so much more infuriating?
Yeah.
Because if you win that Texas game and then we win these last 2, it's like, I don't know. But I hate that I'm thinking we're beating Vandy tomorrow.
If we do, though, I mean, I said this a while back too. It's just really unfortunate that everyone's so checked out on football and ready to move on from Stoops, because this season will have actually been pretty impressive, especially in light of all the negativity. If we pull off 8 wins and what should have been a win versus Texas
And Ole Miss.
I mean,
it was like,
yeah. I mean, if we pull it off, this is far and away, I think, his most impressive year.
shit, guys. Is he motivated? Is he actually motivated?
Maybe. Well, I hope so, because it doesn't sound like we're firing him. So let's hope he's ready to run it back.
I don't think it would have been a very good year to fire him anyway, because
Guys,
Sharks
carousel would be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do think our young guys being promising, and we got to keep Cutter, obviously. Like, that would be an absolute disaster if Auburn or LSU came in and threw a bag at Cutter and we lost them. That would be nauseating. But we have this roster that you could actually build on, and I don't think that's something that you can really say very much in 2025. Like,
Yeah, like we're gonna have space for like weapons, essentially. Like, obviously we're gonna reload the offensive line. I think we got some seniors on there. I kind of checked out on football, so, but we will have had. We're coming off a pretty good year. Like, that's being if we win these last 2 games, but we also, how much better is it to recruit when you can point and be like, and we got a quarterback?
yeah, don't you want to play with this guy? Yeah.
Ideally, you can point and say, this is the game that we made our head coach start listening to his offensive coordinator, and look how much better we were after that. And that's what we're going to do next year. Don't you want to come play him?
Which brings up Minty Hunter's question of, do you think they keep Bush Hamden? They better.
Yeah, I would rather than keep Bush Hamden than keep Mark Stoops, because obviously that there was a dynamic shift that makes me feel bad for every offense coordinator that ever coached here.
Yes. Because there's almost a direct correlation of when it looks like when Stoops kind of took his hand off the wheel of, oh, hey, look, the offense looks way better now.
Like twice as good.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're going to win. I don't know. We're all big. All 3 of us, especially. Like, we're all big Diego Pavia guys.
Are we now? Man, I think Diego Pavia is very good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, because our defense, like, we played well against them last year on defense, and it was the offense that was the issue. So now when I'm going into a Kentucky game and my concern isn't the offense, I don't know how to feel about that. Because that goes against everything that I've that I know about Kentucky football for the past decade. Maybe not the first Will Levis year, but still.
I also think Mark Stoops plays spoiler very well, and he gets a chance at Vandy to be a spoiler and at Louisville to be a spoiler. Like, both of those games are very much we could ruin their season.
I wonder if that. I mean, he seems to always play Georgia for the
Yeah,
most part. Not every year, but often has seemed to play Georgia better than anyone else on their schedule.
or Ole Miss.
Yeah, and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
It's frankly very strange that we've been even remotely competitive in either of those games ever.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I mean that's
Louisville? Is Louisville playing in
Uh,
Lexington?
let's see.
Thank you, Ben.
I'm on it.
Our man in the chair.
No, we're in what used to be Papa John's Cardinal Stadium.
Never mind, we're cooked. I'm feeling good.
L&N Stadium.
I especially feel good about the Louisville game if we win tomorrow. Because if we win tomorrow, like who would you rather be going into that game? Would you rather be
Yeah.
Louisville or Kentucky?
Right. Especially given the way they've lost their last couple.
Mm-hmm. They lost
It
to
would
Cal. They lost
so
to the woke
fun.
agenda.
If they didn't get to hold on to the basketball win longer than 2 weeks because we beat them in football, that'd be so funny.
I will say beating them in football would be better had they won one of those other games, and that was actually keeping them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I'll take a win any way we can get it if we can.
Well, boys, I think so. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
Not much to talk about, but good players played well. Maybe some pre-notions were further confirmed.
Yeah. Next episode, I'm streaming live from my parents' house, so that'll be fun.
Ooh-wee.
Should I stream from my dad's man cave or my childhood bedroom?
What about your mom's
Bedroom.
bathroom?
My mom's what?
Her bathroom. She had like a vanity. That'd be pretty good.
She does actually.
The lighting's probably best in there.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a ring light. It's a whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. My dad's got a sick man cave, so I might do it in there.
Is it Kentucky'd out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the play then.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining the Catican. For Ben, for Kale, I'm Jared. Go Cats.
Go Cats.